We're launching.
We're launching.
Yep. So hey, we're live. Cool. All right. So, welcome back, guys, and then welcome to newcomer Brandon.
Oh.
He's going to be playing a character,
Can't see
or
me.
a sentient marshmallow.
No.
Yeah.
We're not sure yet.
So
Depends on how easy
my
you
vote
guys
is
are.
on sentient marshmallow. So anyways, while we're sort of waiting for Joel to come on and join us, you can do a quick recap of what's been going on. There was some pretty extreme interest in recovering the dragon eggs that have been given to the gnomes, particularly by newcomer Gray, who the party had met in the inn and helped them fight off some gnomes. They after a little bit of rest and some talking with the local guard, they decided to go to where the gnomes were and see if they couldn't find the dragon eggs. So they arrived at the gnomes' logging facility, found it pretty much empty. There were definitely signs of battle all around, and in the midst of looting it, and then finding a secret passage to the underground, the professor sort of lit it on fire. So when the fire started, Maria, the professor, and Gray all decided to go down into the staircase leading to the sub part of the facility, while Myst and Melody decided they were going to sort of nope out into the open and perhaps roast some marshmallows on the fire as the whole thing just burns down. On the way down, Gray was leading the charge with the professor behind him. Maria had run in sometime after. Something peculiar happened when Maria caught up to Gray, but the professor was nowhere in sight. She didn't pass him on the way down, and he didn't pass Gray, so we're uncertain where the professor is toddled off to at this point. Not that that's uncommon for the professor.
Yeah.
So, Gray and Maria come to the opening of this long staircase at the bottom, and it opens up to a very, very large cavernous area. It's still very dark. Gray is holding the torch. In the immediate surrounding area, Gray, you don't see anything. You can tell it's opened up, but you don't see anything in just any area you're in at the base of the stairs. So I gotta ask, what are you gonna do next?
So we're at the base of the stairs. I guess I'm gonna walk into the room a little bit, shine more light on it, see if I can find any other torches to light.
Yeah.
Before you do, is this like an entranceway into it?
Yeah.
Then I want to check for traps.
Roll for it.
They're everywhere.
You are surrounded.
I mean,
That is a 12, so.
It sure is.
Sure is.
Cool, I hold 3, and I spend my hold as I walk through the area to ask questions, so.
All right.
If there's a trap here, if so, what activates it?
All right. So, what you detect is the remnants of traps that have been tripped, much like when you guys first arrived, and you see traps on the outside. You see some auto shot crossbolts, and then also you detect the remnants of a magical barrier that has been dispelled. But those are no longer active.
All right.
Auto shot crossbows are worth money.
Wow.
The loot senses tingled.
Well, I was about to say, now that I can't loot anymore, I guess you guys are taking over.
Anyway,
I'm going to let Gray know what all I saw.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm going to just hold on to the other 2 while we're walking through.
All right. Cool. All right. So now, are you searching the walls along the cavern, or are you just walking straight into the center of the room?
Maybe I'll search. I'll turn right and search the right wall.
Okay.
Over.
Yeah. It's not long before you come across a holstered torch on the side of the wall that you could potentially light with your torch.
Okay. Yeah. I'll definitely do that.
Yeah. Okay.
To
Yeah.
light the light.
And
like
as you
that.
light it up, a little more of the area is illuminated, and you can see about another 6 feet further along the wall. There's another torch that you can light.
Okay. I guess we're gonna keep going along doing that, so we can till we light this room up.
Yeah. So as you walk along the wall, you light about 6 torches. When you come to sort of like the edge of the wall that turns and goes in sort of the other direction, but you also see along the wall a channel, and this channel has like a liquid in it that seems to run the course of that wall into the blackness that you can't see.
Okay. Light it.
Cool.
Well, everything else is on fire.
No. Yeah, so you light it, and the channel catches fire, and a ring forms into the distance, and it goes around the backside of the room, going up, sort of like up and over on the back wall, and then back down, and then the fire is coming back to the front on the other side. And the room is fairly illuminated now. We'll take just 1 second and say welcome to Joel, aka Myst.
Hey,
buddy.
I can't see, but I'm dancing.
I just did a quick recap of basically what happened last time. James' character Gray and Maria have walked down into the basement area, and they basically just lit some torches, and then a little channel that's lit up the room. And that's the only thing that's happened in the time that you've not been here.
Cool.
Also, say hello to Brandon, who's joining us.
Hello.
Oh, I need video. I don't liking that.
I have you. I can have you coming out of sound from a speaker across the room, but there is no webcam in this room.
Oh man.
So, all right.
Since this room's more lit up, I'm gonna go ahead and
face the people on the internet.
Since the room's more lit up, I'm gonna go ahead and use another question. What else is hidden here?
Cool. First of all, on the back wall where the fire had gone up and over, there is sort of a large tunnel leading further, maybe into the cavern, into the earth or whatever. It's still pretty dark back in that area as it sort of proceeds back into the hole there. Also, there's nothing else necessarily hidden. As the room lights up, you notice a number of bodies on the ground. There's a handful of dwarven bodies, a handful of soldiers on the ground. There's also bones of various types. And you can see in the distance, there's definitely like some workstations and tables and maybe some furniture type of stuff. You're kind of a little far away from it to make out a lot of detail, but there's definitely like, things are being done down here.
Who's outside with me again?
It's you and Maria.
Oh, that's right. Okay. I thought it was either you or it was Maria, but the way he was talking, I was like, I don't think it's you.
So let's as you guys are sort of
once I'm not part of the trouble,
starting to explore the
me neither. Yay!
the cavern. Let's flash outside to what Myst and Melody are doing.
I'm eating a s'more.
Yeah.
we should probably do something else besides contemplating our poor life choices, so we don't have to roll for Defy danger.
Well, you can roll.
Here it comes.
You can roll discern realities if you want to.
You know what? Sure, because I don't want to go into the burning building. I want to create the fire. I don't want to be in it.
Yeah.
There you go. It's a good motto to live by.
Man, I don't see shit.
Yeah. So you're probably just too busy being concerned that the other party members are getting loot and you're not, because you're outside, right?
And over encumbered. If I remember.
You sure are. And you may be feeling a little bit of anxiety about the fact that they're getting loot and you're not. So, Myst, why don't you roll some discern realities too while you're at
Okay.
it? Yeah.
That's on wisdom, isn't it?
Yes.
Yep. Boop. Oh, damn!
Oh, you discern those realities, sir.
I sure did.
They are so discerned. All right.
I see that magical pendant by my feet that's going to grant me godlike powers, right?
Nope.
Every time
Another
we try.
one. Not the one.
You see in the distance a raccoon leading a bugbear.
Hey, there you go.
Crossing realities.
Yes. So, what you do notice is some rustling in the trees, and you hear sort of a shuffling noise and some hissing as it's sort of breaching the edge of the forest.
Awesome.
Do you do anything about this?
Myst blends into the shadows.
I have a cat bag.
Damn, just left Melody.
Yeah. Wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last.
Well, so
Brandon, if you don't know my character Myst, you will soon enough.
He's kind of
Melody
an asshole.
can't handle the Myst style.
And he always bails you bastards out every time.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
I'm gonna put some press B for doubt on that one. So.
Yes. We do.
So, does Myst say anything to Melody about the what he hears, or
He just pieced out, and I'm just like, what? Wait.
Before Myst goes out, Myst is gonna be like, I hear some bunnies in the bushes.
No.
Damn.
Cool.
Well,
Melody.
see ya. Was nice knowing you.
Melody, you've just learned about some bunnies in the bushes. What do you do?
Well, okay, so in person, I'm like, this is not something I should go check out. But as Melody, the character, if I am told there's animals and bunnies in the bushes, you know.
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna go look at the bushes.
Fantastic. Also, everyone, say what's up to Kristen, who's joining us in chat.
Hello.
What's up, Kristen?
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. Yep, shout out and everything. Okay, that's enough. I'm going to mute you.
Okay.
So, anyways, all right. So, as Mr. retreats to the shadows and Melody goes to check out the bunnies, Melody, as you get closer, could you just roll some Defy Danger for me?
Of course, yeah. Why not? What am I rolling on?
You can roll on Dex.
Okay. That's a 6.
Total?
I'm gonna die or I'm gonna level. That's what's gonna happen.
Cool. All right. So just as you get to the edge of the forest looking for the bunnies, 3 kobolds jump out at you, hissing and brandishing the weapons. One of them has a spear and actually catches you in the shoulder, and you're going to take some damage from this little guy. So I just 2 damage as you get speared in the shoulder by the kobold. And then the other 2s advance out of the forest on either side of you while you're being stabbed. And we'll come back to that in just a minute as we're going to go back downstairs and see what's happening down there.
Eternally stabbed. Got it.
Are you there, Joel? I didn't.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm back.
Cool. All right. Did you catch all the action there?
Melody went to look at the rabbits and she got stabbed in the side for 2 points.
Fantastic. But hey, mark that experience. All right, cool.
You're welcome.
And it didn't really stab me, so because 2 armor, so we're good.
So
Like I said, you're welcome. Look at that.
as Maria and Gray are in this area downstairs with some bodies on the floor and some stuff in the distance, what are you doing?
Let's see. Bodies on the floor. I guess we'll walk over some of the bodies and just I don't want to really search them because I don't feel like touching them. They're nasty.
But I touch them all day.
I'm sure you would.
I'll search them as we walk over top of them.
Yeah, I'll just glance over to see what seems like happened.
All right.
Wisdom, I guess, for looting.
Yeah.
Stealing.
Yeah.
Cool. That's a flat 8.
Okay, cool. So yeah, as you're looting the bodies, you find a number of things. Now, firing around, you can only carry so much.
Yes.
There's a lot of standard issue like swords and daggers. You find, there's really not a lot of money on any of them. They went out for battle, not really to like buy anything. Some of them have some like medals. Some of the officers do. The gnomes, a few of them have some like tools on them, like hammers, picks.
Wait a minute, there are officers down here?
There are a few, yeah.
They have medals? What kind of medals?
Yeah, like a medal for like a rank or whatever.
I can't be taking those, man. That'll get me in trouble. People wonder where I got all these medals from.
Yeah, you didn't earn those as participation trophies if you take
Who
them.
cares? Go ahead. And continue. Sorry.
They have like name
Become
tags.
a general
I'm gonna
instantly.
take their name tag.
No name tags. They are wearing armor, all of them. None of it would fit Maria being a halfling, but they do have armor. You know, I mean,
Are they my size? I'm sure no. I'm sure none of them are
you're
mine.
You're a little big for the
Yeah,
armor.
I figured.
Plus, being a barbarian, armor's probably not your style, I would imagine.
I don't need it.
Yeah. So, so yeah, nothing fantastic, but just sort of generic stuff.
Okay.
You could add 5 items of adventuring gear if you wanted to loot that.
What is adventuring gear?
Aha.
It's your mystical bag of tricks.
Yeah. So adventuring gear is anytime you need sort of like generic adventuring stuff like rope or a torch or whatever, you can pull that out of your adventuring bag. So, and we don't have to decide what it is until you actually pull it out of the bag. You're not going to pull Excalibur out of the bag, but like I said, basic adventuring stuff.
So do you have an adventuring gear? The James who's not paying attention?
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't hear any of
Yeah, I
that.
mean,
no.
he could definitely add a bag of adventuring gear if he wanted to.
Cool.
What do you?
I'm
Take?
also I'm gonna definitely take an adventuring gear.
All right, you can take up to 5.
Take 5, man.
Well,
would
when I
take
say I'm taking an adventuring gear, I'm meaning I'm just like taking a separate adventuring gear.
Oh,
That's
okay.
like 5
Okay.
uses, right?
Yeah, like a stack of adventuring gear. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And I'm also gonna take, if they have one, an extra short sword.
Okay. Yeah. You can take that. Sure. It'd be generic short sword. Nothing special about it.
That would be a regular sword for you, man.
Well, my thief, its melee weapons are a dagger and a short sword, so I figured a spare would be great if he ever ran anything with acid.
Yeah.
You know, or it gets took away from you. It's happened a few times.
Exactly.
At least to me it is.
Are you okay,
Takes
James?
your magical sword and then stabs your friend with it.
James can't hear.
James is getting snuck up on.
Yeah. Anyway, what happened?
I was explaining adventuring gear.
Yes.
Yeah. Well.
Bag of tricks. It's like rope, like
Yeah.
a piece of candy.
So adventuring gear is just generic adventuring stuff that you would need.
Within
and-
reason.
Yeah, and like I said,
Or that you could carry in a bag.
we don't have to
You're
define.
not going to have a pistol in there.
Right. We don't have to define what it is until you like pull it out. Also, one thing that I allow as a house rule is you can pull a potion out of your adventuring gear, which will heal for 2d6.
Okay. Do I get any adventuring gear?
Yeah, you can take a bag of 5 adventuring gears. Basically.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
cool.
5
I'll
is
do that.
standard.
So, all right, cool.
So I take it that we're making our way towards the workbench.
Yeah, the
I'm
workbenches are
gonna
more towards the back.
use my last hold to check to see if there are traps on it and what it would activate them.
Okay. Yeah, you don't detect any traps necessarily on any of that. But I will say, as you're sort of making your way towards the benches, which are more towards the back of the room, you hear a voice, and it's at first you don't necessarily know where it comes from. What does this voice say, Brandon?
Who dares enter my? No, I can't keep it up, guys. I wouldn't go down farther that way if I were you. All right, I really wouldn't. It's gonna be a bad idea.
So
What the hell?
If y'all would help me out here, it'd be friggin' great.
So roll discern realities to see if you can sort of tell what's going on.
What is that roll again?
2d6 on your wisdom.
Okay. Ugh.
For both of us?
Oh
yeah,
God.
sure. You can both roll.
Cool. 7.
2d6. Sorry, that would have not been right. 6.
Okay, so
what's the
Oh,
modifier?
My
mine is so 5.
so Greg,
I'm so smart.
you start checking the bodies around. You're like, who's saying that, right? And you should be getting a little enraged because you can't find it. Maria, you notice against the wall, there's like a skeleton like pinned to the wall with a sword, and it seems like it's coming from that area. So maybe you're looking for like a mystical ammo. So maybe you want to like search that area and see if you can't figure it out.
Pretty sword.
I'm gonna like bump Gray on the shoulder and be like, "Hey, it's coming from over that way."
Okay, sweet. I'll walk over there.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey.
Whoa.
I send the barbarian. I send him first.
Yeah. So
What
once
was that?
you get up to the skeleton, it starts talking to you.
Hey,
You
you who
said the
looks like
skeleton
needs
is-
a cow every morning. I need some help here. Like,
And what do you
Dad.
need from me?
I need to be off the wall. Like, I don't even know why I'm here, but I don't. I need to be off the wall. Please get me. Come on, man.
I mean, what do you need? There's a sword in you.
Sounds like Mongolian death worms.
You just pull it out. Come
I'll
on.
find
It's a little
Screw it,
electric
I'll
shock
pull the
and some
sword out.
acid. It's cool.
I'll grab the sword and jerk it out. What is worse that happened?
Sure. Yeah. So you
Just booby trapped and you die.
let's roll on strength for getting it out.
While he's pulling the sword out of that crazy talking skeleton, I'm like knocking an arrow back. Like, this is weird.
You see this? I'm about to pull the sword out. I'm just gonna let you know this. So, if some stuff gets hairy, I don't know. Shoot it. I don't know.
He ain't got hair. He's a skeleton.
Stuff gets bony.
It's on your
Nah.
strength.
We'll pull it out. What is it? 2d6.
Yeah, on your strength.
Okay. 2d6. Let's roll. Let's see what happens. 8. That's 8 to 9, 10, 11. That's 11.
Cool. Yeah, so you definitely you pull it out with ease, no problem. You're like you're King Arthur pulling that sword from the stone. When you pull it the skeleton sort of like drops to the ground a little bit, and then manages to sort of collect himself. And what do you say?
All right, well, I gotta tell you, the last couple guys that came through here were not nearly as nice. They stuck me up on the wall. All right, like I don't even know what's going on, like at all. All I know, and I'm gonna warn you: do not go that way. Don't do it. Don't do it. Go back the way you came and take me with you. This place sucks. Sucks a lot. I don't like it.
But what's that way?
I don't go that way. I don't do it. Don't do it.
I mean,
Take me the other way. Out
Gray,
of this
pick up the
place.
skeleton. We're going that way.
I don't know. I don't know if he's literally saying don't go that way. It is a skeleton now. I'm sure he's seen some shit.
Look,
Can't go back. The way's
Has he
marked.
though? He
on
ain't got
the
no
ground?
damn eyeballs.
do you
I
see
mean-
the bodies in front of you? Yeah, don't go that way.
Okay,
Don't
okay.
Go that way.
Okay.
They died in front of you.
Since yeah, that is true. They did that, but I'm
Sounds
just
like
gonna
someone
ask.
hiding
I'm
dragon
gonna
eggs.
ask. Yeah, I mean, what is down that way? If I shouldn't go that way, what's
All right.
there?
I'm 100% honest. I have no clue. All I know is what the people that killed these dudes went that way, and that you don't want to mess with those dudes. Is it just you two? Because that was a whole bunch of dudes, and they dead. I mean, you look fucking gigantic, but do
okay,
not go that way.
what were those dudes? Were they gnomes? Like these things are, or they're like more soldiers that are laying on the ground here? Like,
Great,
Yeah,
you turned
yeah.
into a fan.
yeah.
Do
Oh,
you
that was the
see?
update on my fan.
Do you see where I was? Like,
Yes,
I didn't get a good idea. I mean, kind of smallish,
Yeah.
maybe,
Okay,
maybe
okay,
kind of
so-
smallish.
So
Gray, you're not asking the right questions. Did they have eggs?
Yeah, did you see any eggs with them?
Oh,
I will interject as God of the world. You saw one egg.
yeah. I mean, they had this big, kind of like roundish thing. I'm gonna guess it's an egg. I thought it was a ball. I'm gonna be honest. Like that's my bad. But could have been an egg. Could be a ball. All I know is I don't want to go down there. And like, I can't go. I'm a skeleton. I ain't
Do
going there by
it.
myself. So
I'm gonna
All the
walk
best
up to
treasures found in
skeleton.
the places you're not supposed to go.
You're not gonna go by yourself. I mean, you know what? I mean, we got you. Can you fight? You can fight, right?
look. All right, I'm 100%
Yeah,
honest. You saved my life. All right, so I'll go with you and I'll help out. You give me like a sword and I'll help.
Okay, do you want a
But-
sword that you got stabbed with? I mean, that's pretty messed up. But I mean, there's
Hell
multiple
yeah.
swords on the ground. I mean,
He can kill something with his own sword. That's great.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
I
killed
mean, I'm
somebody
down
with
for
a
it.
sword.
I mean, I don't know whose it is, but I'll take it. Look, I'll help out. You want me to go? I'll go.
I mean, there's
I'm-
armor
I'm-
everywhere. I mean, can
Is
you
he
wear
normal
armor? Can
size
you wear
enough for us
armor?
to put armor on him?
Can we put armor on his thing?
Yeah.
Is
you
it
can
like-
armor on him.
We're gonna
I
dress
don't-
this skeleton.
I mean,
A skeleton in armor. That's great.
Yeah.
I mean, can we put? Hey, can we put some of these medals on him? Who knows what he is?
I mean, that's
Nah, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna do that. That'll be a
That
terrible
seems like an
idea.
awful idea. Like, what if I go out there and someone thinks I'm like someone
You know what?
else?
That's probably true.
Seems like a
Okay,
bad idea.
yeah. Let's. I guess. I mean, can we put some of this armor on him before he goes down there? I mean, yes, we're going down there.
Yeah.
I want the egg or a egg. Look, just one egg. It's just one egg. It's just one egg. How many people? How many people did you see? Do you remember
I
how
have
many
no clue.
people?
Dude, do you think I had a good idea where I was? Look where I was!
I mean, that is true. Who put you up there? Because you
Those
said they
guys.
were short.
Yeah,
So
it's
did
kinda
they
cool,
stand on?
guys.
Did they stand on each other? How did they put you up
Yeah.
there?
Look.
Were they in a trench coat?
Were they
Yeah, the
riding
sword
anything?
came out of the middle of the trench coat. I just pinned him to the
No,
wall.
okay, look. It wasn't them that put me up there. It was the tall ones.
Oh, shit.
Whatever the dudes in armor were. They
Oh, so-
thought I was with the short ones. I mean, look, like I'm with anybody.
Oh,
all right?
so okay, so that did it look like one of these guys? I point to one of the captains or whatever's laying on the ground.
Yeah, I think it
One
was
of these
that
guys?
guy right there that did it. Kind of.
Well, he's dead. He can't. He's dead. So you know, I mean,
you know how long I must have been up there? I don't even know. I've been
I
here
was
by
like
myself
30
for a
minutes.
bit.
I mean,
So
you have been here your whole life.
yeah, so
Oh,
I have no concept of anything. All I know is I woke up in this place. Next
okay.
thing I know, I'm getting stabbed to a wall, and a bunch of guys are running that way with some kind of round thing. That's all. And then you guys show
While
up.
they're talking, I'm finding like the nicest looking armor to put on him. Just like,
So, like, as far as I'm concerned, I'm just gonna go with you. I just don't want to go that way. But
I
I'm
really
down for
want
whatever you
that
want,
egg right now. We need to get that egg back.
I mean,
Gotta
I'm
get them dragon
Look.
eggs.
All right, so we're going to come back to this. So you guys are just having your conversation, and that
Yes.
kind of goes on. We're going to flash back up to the top now,
Get the
where
dragon
Melody and Myst are. Melody, you're sort of being attacked.
I'm listening. I'll be right back.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
hear.
You're being attacked by these things. Myst, are you doing anything?
Hell yeah, I'm melted into the nothing, so they can't see me. So I'm going to use my oh, what the hell is it? It's called backstab. I get to surprise it, or I get an attack of surprise or defenseless enemy.
All right.
So I'm gonna roll on that, and then depending on what happens here, I'll tell you what happens, and then you can tell me what happens.
That's how that works.
Let's see. Bam! That's a 9. All right, so
Yeah.
on a 7 and 9, I get to choose one. You don't get into a melee with them. I get to roll an extra d6. I can create an advantage going forward, a +1 for me or an ally, or I can reduce their armor until they repair it by
Okay.
1.
So-
I'm going to take. I already got a +2 in advantage still. I'm going to take an extra d6, I think.
Okay. All right.
Alright, so a d8 and a d6. I'm glad I did that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
5.
So which one is it? Middle, left, or right?
I'm going to assume that I was faded into the right there, so I'll go after the right one.
Okay. Cool. All right. Cool. So tell me how you backstab him.
I'm going to come up and I'm just going to poke him in his ass.
Cool.
These things have asses, right?
Yeah, sort of. I mean, there's like a tail coming out from it, and they're kind of scaly and
Okay.
hairy.
If they got a tail, then they got an ass.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm going to
Almost
try and chop
always
its
ass
tail
play.
off.
Yeah, you want to chop the tail off, but you'll definitely like give it a good poke in the butt.
Hey, that's from Agnar, man.
Yeah.
That just rubbed off on me from my
Yeah.
good friend Agnar.
So he definitely he's startled by the whole thing, and
Let's out a soft mon.
yeah, just as you stab him, you see the one that was on the far left leaping over Melody and coming down at you with a dagger, and he sort of catches you just a little bit as he's coming
Great.
across. but not for a lot of damage, just 2. And he sort of grazes your spider
Nothing
silk
glances
hide,
right off
basically.
my awesome spider silk armor.
So so he comes over like that. Melody, you've just been leapt over, and one has just stabbed you. What are you doing?
I'm still within reach of the one that stabbed me, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, well then I want to stab him back.
Yeah, do it.
Old stabby. That's an 8.
Okay, and roll for damage.
All right.
Mike, something magical's happening. Your ass is growing. Your head's growing a tail with
Yeah,
an
I
ass
know.
attached to it.
Mhm.
That's the mystical ponytail.
It's awesome.
That's
How much?
3 damage.
3 damage. Okay,
3.
cool. So tell me how you stab him with your sort of bayonet crossbow there.
I basically just take this pointy end of the crossbow and stick him in the same spot he stuck me, and I'm like, "How do you like it?"
He lets out like a hiss, and
Oh, you were a bunny.
yeah, but sort of as he's hissing, you don't see it. His tail wraps around to the side of him, grabs you in the leg, and just pulls you down. So you fall to the ground. You take the 2 damages as you hit the ground, and then Myst, what are you up to?
Miss is going to continue to beat the shit out of the one that's in front of me.
Okay.
So let's see what we get here. It's a 9.
Okay. Roll for the damages.
Bam! It's a 7. Hell yeah!
All right, cool. So you won't kill it, but tell me how you hurt it.
Can I take an extra D4 for opening myself up?
No, because you didn't roll a 10 or higher.
Oh damn!
Yeah.
Fine. I stab it in its face this time.
Cool. Yeah, you
Just
catch
a
it.
big, long gash across it.
Yeah, you catch it right across the side of the face and cutting up the cheek pretty good. And it recoils back a few steps. And while you're doing that, while you're kind of still ignoring the one that jumped at and leapt at you,
Yep.
he runs up behind you and grabs both your arms and holds them in place.
Nope. I'm gonna go with my nice thing called shoot first. I never get caught by surprise. And since how you said he surprised me, no, I don't. I get to roll to defy it.
Okay.
That's with my dex.
Yeah.
So 6, 7, 8, 9. That's not happening.
Okay. Cool. So, well, no, here's what happens, right? So he grabs you by the arms, but you manage to slip out of it. But while you're slipping out of it, the one that you had stabbed twice now kicks you right in the chest, knocking you back a few feet. And so you take 3 damage on that as he kicks you back. And Melody, what are you up to?
Well, I really don't like the one that stabbed me, so I'm going to basically remove the stabby part of my crossbow. I'm going to rear it back and I'm going to shoot it with the crossbow.
With the stabby part, just stays on your crossbow the whole time, like it's bayonet. So
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm saying, like, I'm basically, because I
okay.
had stabbed into him, I'm going to pull it out of him.
Yeah, so he dropped you to the ground, so that it would have come out during that transaction.
Oh, okay. All right. Good. Well, going to shoot him then. Going to shoot him while I'm on the ground.
Shoot him.
That's a 9.
All right, cool. And then roll for damages.
All right. That's a 5.
All right, cool.
Also, I'm going to tell him he's a terrible bunny.
Yeah.
You suck as a bunny.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna yell
Wait.
over. These are some ugly ass bunnies.
Where do you shoot him at?
Shoot him in the same spot I stabbed him in.
Okay. Yeah, the arrow goes in and lodges itself pretty deep because there was already a hole there.
Yeah.
And while you've done that, the one that had previously grabbed Myst and he slipped out of his arms, seeing this go down and seeing you vulnerable there on the ground, he leaps at you and lands with both feet on your chest. And when he does so, you take 1 damage. You're pretty resilient. So while that battle is going on, we're going to slip back down into the tunnel and see what's going on down inside there. So
While they've been arguing, I've been putting armor on the skeleton, just
Yeah.
like the entire
I
time.
gotta say, this fits way better than it should. It's
Is it
little-
too heavy? Are
little
you too
disturbing.
heavy? Is it too heavy? Can you move
I-
around? Sure.
I can move. I can't really feel things, so yeah, okay, yeah. I
Can't
mean,
really
you know,
feel things, so you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a skeleton. I mean, how would you feel? I don't know, man.
so you still don't remember how many people there were, right? Okay.
No, I
Okay.
don't even know how long I've been down here. I
Okay.
just woke
Yeah.
So
up.
do we
here.
do we like real give him any armor?
Yeah. He can add two armor.
Yeah.
Maybe he got 2 armor.
Man,
So
he has the same armor that I
Also put a short
do.
sword in his hand.
Yeah.
I just brush my hands off. Cool. So I'm headed down the tunnel now.
Cool.
All right. Hey,
I mean, we can't just let her go alone.
no,
Just saying.
man, I'll follow
I mean,
you. I'm
all right.
look,
Let's
do it.
go. Okay. First of all, I'm pretty sure. You know,
All right, so you head towards the tunnel. Great.
we
You
need
gotta
to
be the true you. You gotta go get that egg.
torch,
Do it.
torch, son, torch.
So you got a torch.
I
That's
grab
fine.
one of the torches off the wall and put it in the
Thank you.
skeleton's other hand.
Hey,
Yeah, I deal better with hiding, so I'm just gonna stay towards the back of the party.
so
That's
what
fine.
what I'm hearing is big dude up front,
Yeah.
me in the middle, you in the. By the way,
Are y'all Scooby doing it right
who
now?
are you people? Who are you people? I don't know your names, and that makes me a little uneasy. I don't
you know
know.
what? You know what?
They just freed you. You feel pretty gracious.
Yeah.
I feel amazing, but like I didn't
You know
know who they are.
That is true.
I'm Maria, keep moving.
No. Wait. What is your name?
Well, as you're talking, as you're making your way back, you can have this conversation.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Whatever. Anyway. Yeah. All right. So we're going down the tunnel, though.
No, you're heading towards the tunnel where all the workbenches are. The workbenches are near. Your workbenches
That's
are near that.
the direction they would have headed.
Yeah, the opening in the
Yeah.
back of the cave.
Yeah,
the workbenches
okay,
are all
yeah.
there.
Yeah. Let's go.
I introduce myself as Maria and then step
Oh yeah.
5
By the
feet
way,
behind.
by the way, you know my name is Gray. You know.
Hi, Gray.
You're welcome.
Massive meat man that saved me,
Yes. You're welcome.
and then tiny meat person over there that also kind of saved me. Hi, Maria. Thanks for the armor. I have no idea who I am. I'm gonna be honest. I really
Oh.
don't know very much. I just woke up down here. That's all I really know.
All right.
You could call me Skelly in the meantime, because I'm a skeleton now, I guess. That's kind of new. It's kind of
All
weird,
right.
honestly.
All right. Okay. You said Scaly? We're gonna call you Scaly.
I don't know, man. Like,
We'll just call you.
look, when we get out of
Yeah.
here, you can call me whatever you want. If you get me out of here, let's just get
Okay.
me out of here first.
All right.
Let's do it.
We're going to the back of this
Do it.
cave first, though. You know, we're going for that
I'm
dragon.
ready. I'm in armor. I got a sword. Like I'm more ready than I was like forever.
All right.
All right.
They're
Let's
saying
go.
all this as they're walking towards the cave entrance.
Pumping
Yeah.
myself up.
It's like, you guys could be a
They
little
see what's
quieter. if
there
there
and
are
turn
people up
around.
there.
Sure. So as you're getting closer to the opening, you can start to see some of the workbenches. Some of the benches are sort of covered in blood. Some of the benches have runes inscribed into them. You see some like chairs with straps on it, and there are sort of pieces of flesh hanging off of those. You see any number of sort of just areas where all manner of maybe experimentation or whatever is going on. As you near the edge of the cavern, where the hole goes back, Greg, could you roll some discern realities for me?
Okay. Is that 2d6?
Yep, 2d6 on wisdom.
Okay. 8, and that is a 7.
Cool. You see in the distance something that causes you to feel maybe somewhat uneasy. You see pieces of what might be a shell in the distance, but you can't quite tell. What do you do?
Huh. I kind of step a little closer.
Okay. All right. Do you tell the others, or are you just letting them explore?
I guess I'm gonna turn around and tell the others that I see the sort of like a shell.
Like, is it broken?
It looks
don't know.
broken, like broken pieces of shell.
Oh no.
Oh.
Isn't that what you guys were looking for?
Wait a minute.
Do you get closer?
Okay.
You go first, man.
You know
I'm
what?
gonna
You know
kill
what? I'm gonna walk up to it to see,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
hold the torch out. So,
yeah.
you know.
So as
You're
you get
gonna look
closer,
for the newly
just
catch bunny.
so you dig right on top of it, and and you do see the what appears to be because now you've never seen the dragon eggs, right? But you see what looks like broken dragon egg shell, and there's definitely like sort of goo and what might be the trampled remains of a fetus on the ground.
Aww.
And as you illuminate it, just behind it, there are scores of bodies just behind it.
Oh my!
I'm gonna be like, Gray. I'm not feeling so good about this now.
And if everyone could roll Defy Danger, that'd be great.
All right.
Yay! We're not
Which one's
done
that
there.
That's a
Melody,
2d6.
high five!
2d6. Either in this particular scenario, you can roll on your Constitution or your Dexterity.
Cool.
I'm gonna say dexterity.
How do you roll? You don't.
The D20 icon on the upper left of the screen.
Yeah, if you click on that, it'll pop out a dice roller.
And then just go to advance. Just go to advance.
Yeah, advanced dice
Scroll all
roller.
the way down to advance.
Okay.
Okay, I'll roll.
2d6.
Oh
you said?
my! moo.
Skelly's gonna die.
That is a 5, 6, 7. That's a 7.
See, aren't I smart for staying back?
Yes, you are.
What was yours, Maria? What was your total?
11.
11. Okay. So, just as you guys see these scores of bodies, you hear a low growl, and suddenly, out of the darkness, a large, it looks kind of like a crocodile tail, right? Whips out of the darkness, and that Maria jumps entirely out of the way. Gray braces himself and only sort of gets hit by it. Skelly takes the full brunt of the force. Skelly was not expecting it. Skelly gets knocked pretty
Oh,
hard.
hey, what the?
So Gray, you're just going to take 2 damage minus your armor on that. Skelly,
Okay. Then 1.
yeah, Skelly is going to take 5 damage minus armor from the hit, and also knocking Skelly to the ground. And we'll come back to that in just a minute, actually. So
I'm gonna do something with that.
We're gonna get the hell out of here. That's what we're gonna do.
back outside, we've got Melody and Myst. Now, so Myst has been tussling with this one kobold. He stabbed him twice, and then the guy's basically, got a shot in just recently. Melody's been trading blows with the other one, only to be pounced on by the one who sort of inflicted damage on Myst as well. What is Myst doing?
Myst is sick of this shit. He's gonna pull his dagger out that calls bleeds damage and stick it in the top of this thing's head.
Okay.
He's done with this thing. So that's an 8. It's gonna happen.
Okay, roll for damage.
That's a 3.
Cool. Just enough. You kill him. Explain.
Yay! I'm gonna drive it home into his eyeball.
Cool. As you drive the dagger into his eyeball, the one that had been trading blows with Melody takes his spear and he throws it right at you, and it sort of catches you just in the side, and you take 6 damage from that.
I actually take damage. Wow.
Yep, as the spear catches you. Melody, this guy is on your chest. What are you doing?
Well, let's get him off. So I'm going to use Metal Hurlant to basically try to, use noise to scream him off of me.
Okay, yeah.
That's an 11.
Oh, nice.
So, and that damage is a 9.
Okay, you'll this guy. No, he won't kill him. But yeah, you'll hurt him really badly. Tell me how you do it.
Well, I yelled loud enough that he basically flies off me with such force, and his ears are bleeding. That's typically what happens when I do the Metal Hurlant, and he goes sliding, basically skids and embeds himself into the dirt.
Okay, nice. Yeah, so he flies off of you, and you manage to get back up. Myst, what are you up to during this?
The bastard that threw a spear at me, I'm gonna go chop his head off.
right, go for it.
Oh, that's an 11. That's happening.
Yeah, okay.
All right. That's an 8.
Yeah, you'll kill him.
Good. I
Yeah.
chop his head off.
Yeah, man, you whip around, sever his head from his body, clean off. You don't even hear it. It's so quick, right? It just slices and his head just falls right off. Body falls to the ground. And kobolds, so he's bleeding, but kobolds have like sort of like a thick, viscous blood as it sort of like just oozes out of his body. Melody, what are you doing with this guy you metal hurl into the ground?
Since he's kind of embedded, do I get any benefit from that?
You can take +1 advantage on it.
All right, sure. I'm gonna stab him. I'm just gonna stab him with the rapier crossbow. No, I'm not.
Wow. Not even with a +1, huh?
It was literally just at a 6.
Yep. Okay. All right. So yeah, you run towards him to stab him.
Missed so hard.
Yeah. So, but as you're going, he manages to like dig part of himself free and grabs you and kicks up and flips you over him, tossing you just behind him. You take 5 damage as that happens.
All right.
Myst, seeing this transpire, what do you do?
I'm gonna chop his off too.
All right,
Nice.
yeah, give it a whirl.
Oh, that's so happening.
Roll for the damages.
That's 4.
Oh, not quite. You're gonna cut in.
Oh,
you're not.
But he's stunned because it's over 10.
Hey, but you know-
So Melody gets a good go.
You could take the additional D4 if you wanted to.
I could, and he can't repercuss on me because he's stunned.
Yeah.
Something bad
Go
could
ahead.
happen to you though.
That's another 4.
Cool. Yeah, you'll do a twofold attack. So here's how this is gonna work. Are you gonna make your first attack? He's gonna get a rebuttal, and then you're gonna make a second attack, and that's gonna finish him off. So what's your first attack? Is that cut for the head, right?
Yeah, cutting his head off.
Yeah. So you go to cut his head off. You start cutting through his neck, and as you're like making the slice through his neck, he brings his claws up and stabs them sort of right into your gut as you're making the slice. It's 5 damage as he does that. But then, how do you finish the job?
I come back the other way and cut his head off.
Cool. So you should make like a reverse.
Yep.
Yeah, you reverse, come back to the side, and finish the job, lopping his head off, and his body falls to the ground. And just like that, you guys are complete with your battle there.
Myst wants to go in the bushes and wipe his sword and this viscous shit off of him.
All right, cool.
Those eyes are so pretty, Daniel,
Alright.
when you take those glasses
So
off.
you wander off into the bushes
Yeah.
for your alone time, and we'll come back to you guys in just a minute. We're gonna go into the dungeon down there and see what's happening with those guys.
Okay, so what
Hey,
I
Skelly, you
saw,
okay?
what I just saw was a tail whip these two out as I jump over it. Right.
Yeah. So what are you doing?
I am going to shout out, assuming that it's a dragon. Great dragon! We want to leave in peace. We just want to make sure the other egg is safe.
Okay.
And
How the
Maria
fuck
gets
did
eaten.
Dragon get down here.
Yeah.
There's no fucking telling, but we're chasing dragon eggs, so I have to assume it's a dragon.
So all I can do is have you roll Defy Danger. This thing's not like going to listen to reason, and you'll find out if you get.
Maria is just another bunny. It's fine.
Who?
So
Yeah.
just roll Defy Danger to see if that
Go
doesn't make
pet
you a
it.
target.
11.
All right, cool. Yeah. So what you say doesn't really like cause any like animosity from it towards you any more than it already has, like just in general. So you don't suffer any repercussions from yelling out. But what you do is as sort of you guys are there and you've just been attacked, you feel like a thud, and emerging from the darkness, the first thing you see is the head of a dragon. But the head of the dragon is red, and the tail you saw was green. So as the head emerges from the darkness, you start seeing the body, and the body is from like it looks like the body of a dire bear. With the head of a dragon sewn onto it, right?
Oh, no.
And then the bottom
Oh,
legs,
no.
the bottom legs are from a griffin. And then it
Just
has
really
the
how you're
tail
gonna kill me off again?
of an
You know what?
alligator tail.
I am so sorry.
Chimera.
I just want to make a statement right now. I am so sorry, Scaly. You said
I
you can go this way.
warned you.
You are
This is what
absolutely.
they are working on. Skelly can feel pain. Skelly can feel pain.
Oh, okay.
That's wonderful.
This thing
You
emerges
will
from
learn
the
that
darkness.
the decisions made in this group are always bad.
You
I'm
can,
gonna coat my glove with one of my oils.
it doesn't seem to have like a soul in its eyes. It just seems to be like this destructive beast. You can't feel any essence of life from it necessarily.
Oh, that's bad.
Cool. I'm gonna coat my glove with golden root
We're
and then
getting
just
the fuck
start
outta
backing
here.
away.
Yeah, we're getting the fuck out of here.
Cool. Now this thing's not moving super fast. I mean, it's sort of like it's just kind of like slowly marching out of the darkness.
Yeah, we're getting the fuck out of here.
So is running the option here, or
Yeah.
Skelly's still on the ground.
But I can't leave Skelly. So
Skelly's still on the guys.
Yes.
Don't
While I'm
worry.
backing away, pouring oil on my glove, I'm gonna be like, Gray, grab Skelly and run.
cool?
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna go over to grab Skelly.
okay, cool. Let me get you guys to do this then. All right, so you're running away. I'm gonna get you to
Yes.
roll. Just roll on Dex for running away. Gray, you're gonna take a -1 for carrying Skelly.
That's fine. 2d6.
2d6 on your Dex.
Okay.
Jesus, I am doing so
Oh
good
my
right now.
Oh, no.
Every single roll tonight.
I got an 11 again.
Yeah.
I feel
So Maria, you take off, right? You split,
That's-
right?
How many rolls have I failed? What, 3 now? What is
Yeah.
that, 3?
You need to start taking.
Hey, there's no
account.
window to bounce off of this time. Good
Hold
job.
on. While I'm running, can I hurl my glove at the bear?
You'll.
Dragon,
Volley.
possum, chimera,
Yeah,
eagle thing.
you really need to I don't know. You can't do both at the same time, right? In the next round, you could throw it back, like as we come back to you, right?
That's
So you
fair.
can do that. All right. Gray, as you're running with Skelly, you trip over one of the bodies, and you both sort of fall to the ground.
Sorry,
and
Skelly.
Skelly can still feel pain.
right,
Oh God.
you fall on top of Skelly.
No.
Skelly, you take 6
Jeez.
damage.
Oh, he's so
okay.
heavy. It's
Don't-
like
don't-
a buffalo.
Oh my
Right,
god,
and-
I'm sorry.
And then Gray, you take 2 damage minus your armor as you sort of like fall on top of Skelly.
And that's another one. Okay.
Yep. So this thing though is really sort of like closing in. Maria, what do you do?
I'm gonna turn around, grab out one of my arrows with my coated glove, so the arrow gets coated,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna shoot the bear.
Okay. The dragon chimera bear.
Yeah,
All right. Yeah.
with a 10,
All right,
so it's
yeah.
gonna hit. It now has golden root, so who's the bear staring at? I assume Gray.
Yeah, because it's closest to Gray. It was just sort
Cool.
of like
It now
walking in.
sees Gray as a friend.
Can you choose who is his friend on that?
It's the target treats the next creature they see as a trusted ally until proven
Okay.
otherwise.
All right. Cool.
So since it's staring at Gray, that'll work.
Right. So this
Can't
thing
see
just
me, I'm under Gray.
this thing just stops, blank stare in its face, and just stands still and does nothing. It doesn't really understand things like friendship or enemies or whatever. It only understands like destroy. So
Oh, that's great.
right.
Oh, that's great.
so
After I shoot it, I'm like, Gray, run.
yeah.
Giant man.
So
I
it,
need you to take
This is the
me.
poison I gave you, isn't it, Maria?
Yep.
Yeah.
I've used this to my advantage plenty of times.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you have.
so but it definitely is like trying to just deal with like the chemical balance it's having inside its body
Okay.
because like it doesn't understand these things. But you do have a moment to like
Okay, we get up and
Not
we
get killed.
fucking run.
Run very fast.
cool.
Do I have to roll on this too to get up?
You have to roll to run again.
Okay, well, we're still running.
Are you
I'm
still
gonna
carrying
roll
Skelly,
again.
or like you sent Skelly
Yes,
down?
I'm definitely still carrying Skelly.
Okay, all right, yeah.
All right, roll
We'll get
again.
as far away as possible.
Giant man is a
Oh
hero.
my fucking
So
god.
what's your dex? What's your dex?
2!
Okay, so
Oh,
that's a
you
So
said
it's a
7.
7.
Minus
Still a pass.
1 is still a 6.
It's a fail!
Oh, God.
That's 4 experience now.
Jesus.
Right. So as you're running, you're just having a hard time holding on to Skelly because he's bulky with all the armor and stuff. So you drop Skelly and once again trip over him because you're just trying to scramble to get away and you just can't seem to get up and running. This time, neither of you take damage, but from the basically from the fall and the disorientation, you're going to take a -1 to your next rolls, the both of you.
That is fine.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Give me more
Right.
experience.
Yeah.
I'm gonna level up before I get out of here.
Hey, you said that's what you wanted.
So, Skelly, do you do anything as you've been dropped to the ground a second time?
Okay, like, you can't run, man. What is wrong with you?
At least I'm trying to pick you up and take you with me.
Strength
At
of
least I'm trying to pick you up. At least I'm trying to pick you up. We're trying to get out of here. We're gonna get out of here. Don't worry. I picked you up.
Just
picked you up.
live. I just whatever this is, I'd like. I want to live, man.
Oh my gosh. Just you know.
If I run, will you be able to follow me?
I hope so. Obviously, I'm slipping tonight.
I'm running.
You could throw him.
Yeah.
I thought about it just now.
You're
I
not-
literally thought about throwing him.
You're not
I literally thought about
I
throwing
don't
him.
know.
No, throwing another character has never worked out very well.
No, it has
Just
not.
FYI.
If you shatter me, I don't know if I could come back from that.
That
I
is
don't
also
know how
true.
this works.
Okay, look. Okay, I'll let you go, and we'll both run.
Okay, let's do this. Let's run.
All right, so let's try again. 2d6
I'm
on
still
dex.
leaving this whole time. Just like, fucking, why are they fighting?
Great.
Okay. I swear.
So you get an 8, Skelly, right? So because you had a -1.
I
but I have plus
swear.
one,
All right,
so-
Gray. So
Six.
No, that's fine. That's an 8.
No, that's
No.
a
No, it's
six.
not.
Because I got
Six
negative
is
1.
carrying.
No, wait a minute. Okay, no, that
Not
is
carrying,
that's I got a 7, and it's a -1, so that's still a 6.
But isn't it on Dex?
It is on Dex. I got +2 to Dex.
So that
that's,
makes
that's
it an
right.
8.
It's a 7.
But
It's a 7.
okay, so it is a 7.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Oh, yes. So do I get smacked in the face? No, I still. You should still be my friend.
Nah. So what happens is this thing, still just feeling its destructive force, just starts coating the room. It opens its mouth and starts coating the room in sort of this black flame that's coming out of its mouth.
Yeah, we
Um,
fucking.
Jeez.
And
that's not
and
good.
everything just sort of catches on this black fire. As you guys are running away, you just sort of catch a little bit of black flame in the back, and so you both take 6 damage, and it negates. It doesn't. You don't have any armor with that. So
Both of you roll a d20 to see how long you survive after this poisons your soul.
um,
You think Skelly has a soul? I don't even know if I have a soul.
so
Well, you're exempt.
so you take that 6 damage as you run, but you do make it to the edge of the thing. As you start ascending the stairs, the dragon, you can hear it just like stomping its way towards the staircase. Now you have seen. I mean, it's obvious that the dragon
It can't go through there.
Yeah, it's too large to fit through like the opening, so it is stuck down there, right?
Hey guys, I found a boss room.
So you guys make your way back up.
Okay, are we in the next room now?
You're ascending the staircase back up to where the building is burning above you.
Yes, we need to leave, but
I'm keeping an eye out for a side pass.
Wait. I don't look. I know it's down. Look. First of all, I'm gonna take a health potion,
Okay, yeah. Mark one of your adventuring gears off and roll 2d6 for health.
and I want to give a health potion to Skelly too, because he didn't pick up a health potion.
All right.
And I'm sure he got hit.
This is a question for you. Do you have adventuring gear?
Yeah, remember pick.
No, not you.
Yeah,
Brandon.
well,
So I guess
You pulled me off of a
yeah.
wall.
Yeah, he
Okay.
wouldn't
I'm
have
just checking.
adventuring gear.
I'll give him the extra 5 stack of adventuring gear I just got.
Okay. So, would you tell me to roll?
2d6.
2d6.
Okay.
So you heal for 8.
Hey, you got 8 life back.
Well, it's about time.
So, Brandon, if you want to pull health potion out of the adventuring gear I just gave you, you can.
So well, hold on. Let's because you're running, right? You're running up the stairs.
Yeah, we're running.
So roll 2d6 to throw the adventuring gear to him.
Throw it.
Yeah.
He's got longer legs than me. He's probably already
Or
caught up to me.
or to hand it to him while running.
That'll work.
Yeah.
Pour it over my bones.
6.
Oh no.
You just
It's-
slap me in the face. with
It's
that.
just
Just drop
your-
that shit down the stairs.
Is your
Good
dex
job.
only a 2? Oh, your dex is only a 1.
Yeah, my dex is a 2.
Okay, but that's still a 5 though, isn't
Still a fail.
it? Yeah. So well here, you do manage to hand the adventuring gear to him, but because you're trying to reach him and he's got long legs and he's running, you trip, right? So he grabs it, but then you trip and you fall down the stairs a little bit. Yeah. You take 4 damage as you roll down the stairs.
No, tiny one.
But then you manage to like regain your stride and keep running up the stairs. So while they're running up the stairs, we're cutting back out to the top where Melody and Myst are. Melody, you're just like you're hanging out with these dead kobolds. Are you looting?
I can't
Of
remember.
course they're looting.
Oh, that's right. You can't. You could.
She's Melissa.
Listen. You could loot their bodies, but you'd have to give up something.
Well, what do they got? Can I roll and find out what they have?
First, you got to set something down. The saddle is
shield
taking.
encumbered.
The saddle
I'll
is taking.
set down the rug.
Okay.
She got too much, don't she?
All right. Yeah.
Yeah,
See.
Now, Myst, if you want this rug, you can take it.
Yeah. See, you set the dirty, terrible rug down.
Yeah.
I thought it was a cool rug. You didn't tell me it was dirty.
I just said it was
gross.
suspicious and it's on the ground, but that's fine. So, anyways, you set down the rug.
So anyway, now I feel better about setting down the rug. Thank you.
Yeah. So you didn't inspect it. You just said I pick up the rug. You didn't even ask me about it. So, anyways,
I probably should, but
Yeah.
whatever. This
you
is
should probably ask about some of the things you pick up. Anyways, so you start rummaging through their like pockets and their bodies. You do find one of them is wearing sort of a necklace made out of like small animal bones, and they don't they're kobolds. They don't really have use for money necessarily, so you don't find any money. But you do find on them sort of like one of them has like some like shiny rocks, right? They don't look to be of any like necessarily value, but they are shiny. You know, could be pyrite or maybe some agate or something. I don't know. So you find some shiny rocks, and then also what you find on them is one of them has a pocket full of dirt.
A pocket of dirt.
Now I'm just
Take the
wondering. I do take the rocks, of course,
Of course you do.
Scoop the dirt up.
but I'm like, is there anything special about the dirt? Can I inspect the dirt?
Yeah. You can inspect the dirt. There's nothing special about it. It's legitimately
Okay, well.
just dirt.
Oh, if it's just dirt, yeah, we're leaving it there.
It's just
You know you
legitimately
want the dirt.
Yeah.
No, I'm not taking the dirt. If it's
You
just
took the
ordinary
rug,
dirt,
why
I'm
not the
leaving.
dirt?
Rub it on the carpet, and then you'll have the carpet and the dirt. You can pick it back.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So Melody, do you do anything else whilst you're up here?
I look at Myst and I'm like, I wonder what Gray and Maria are up to.
You don't see Myst.
So
Why
you
do I-
wonder aloud, what are Gray and Maria up
Yeah,
to?
why do I not see Myst?
He wandered off into the woods.
Oh, that's right. I guess I go try to find him. This isn't good.
Cool. So you head off into the woods and roll discern realities.
Okay. That's a 5.
Cool. You were looking for Myst, and you kind of wander around the forest, and you get slightly lost.
Of course I do.
Yeah, you get slightly lost. It's gonna take you a little time to find your way back out of the forest.
There's nothing more melody than getting lost in the woods.
Yeah,
Just look for the burning.
yeah. You would think so, wouldn't you?
That's usually where we are.
She's busy looking at her rocks. She's not entirely like focusing on her task at hand. She's like just trying to figure out like what she's gonna do with these rocks. She's got a
Gotta
plan.
find my dirty rug. I don't know where I put it.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna come back. Maria, Gray, and Skelly. You reach the opening. The entire building is ablaze. There's things falling down.
Okay, we need to get out this building.
Yeah. So I
What
guess
did
you're.
you guys do up here?
I didn't do this. It was a stupid old man. I didn't
It's
do
on
this.
fire
It was
down
stupid.
there.
I'm just
It's
gonna
on
be like,
fire
just
up
keep running.
here.
Look, it was a stupid old man. Obviously, nobody knows where he's at. He's probably lost down there, whatever that monster is. He shouldn't wander the fuck
Yeah,
off.
no one tried to
What
find
did
him.
you do
Yeah,
down
I'm not
there?
trying to find him. He wandered the fuck off. He disappeared. Where would I see him at?
Well, that's why I said I was looking for side tunnels, just on the off chance I
Hey.
find like a slipper at the entrance.
If the fire goes out, they'll just sew him to the rest of the chimera. It's fine.
Well, whatever. We're still getting out of this building,
How
man.
do we get out? This place is.
We just climb out. Look, there's a door right there. We got to go through that door. I know there's fire.
Yeah. So, and until you can't see this, but I mean, obviously,
It ignores armor.
this is how we started, but the whole thing is engulfed in flames now, right? The whole thing's just like completely engulfed. So,
Cool.
so I mean, you
I'm
can
gonna use.
you can get out, but you're gonna have to like power through or whatever.
I'm gonna use one of my
Toast,
adventuring gears to pull a bottle of water out and dump it over my head.
Okay,
Toast marshmallow is
you
really
can-
good.
You can do that. Sure.
Yeah.
All right, Gray. All right, Giant Man, let's do it. Let's do it.
This isn't the first time I've run into a burning building.
All right.
Let's
So,
do it.
so you're basically just gonna roll. You can either roll on strength, constitution, or dexterity to get out of here. Maria, you'll take a +1 for dousing yourself in water.
Cool.
So what am I rolling?
2d6 plus either your strength, dexterity, or constitution. You can decide which.
Well, it's an 8.
I got a 6. Let's do it.
I see this going poorly.
Come on, Giant Man.
Giant bears, big
11,
problem. A
so
little fire.
obviously I can just walk through this.
Right.
Like,
And I'm going to roll that on strength, so
Yeah.
obviously...
Skelly, did you take your health potion after you got the adventuring gear?
No, the fuck
no.
you didn't.
Skelly doesn't know there's potions in an adventuring bag. How would he know?
He wouldn't. You're right.
I don't know what's I just got a bag. I don't know what the bag is.
That's true. That's all right. So, all right.
Skillet's going to burn.
So,
Skelly's gonna die.
Maria, you're running out. You're the quickest, so you're sort of leading the pack on this. Gray, you're just like walking out like a badass, right? You're just strolling right out of the building.
You guys don't look at the
explosions.
You are sort of like bringing up the rear. So in between Maria and Gray is Skelly. One of the beams falls from the rafters, falls directly on top of Skelly.
Nah, not today, boss.
Yeah. Now, Skelly takes 6 damage.
Skelly is A-okay.
Is Skelly still alive?
Oh, yes. Skelly's still alive. Skelly's still alive.
All right, cool. So,
Skelly
know
feels
what?
a lot of pain.
You know
Skelly
what?
didn't know he
Before-
could feel
okay.
pain, but Skelly
Okay.
can feel pain.
all right. Okay, I know I'm walking out of here, but I'm gonna have to get this beam off Skelly.
see, this happens right in
I
front of
know
you.
it's on
Like
fire.
Skelly just gets like pummeled by this flaming
I know,
beam.
I know this beam is on fire.
And-
Can I
well,
take out
hold on.
adventure?
One minute. So as it does fall on Skelly, the back of it does catch Maria as she's running out too, because Maria's in front of Skelly. So Maria, you just take a little bit of damage as you're running out, 3 damage, but you do manage to exit the building. So Gray, there's Skelly with a beam on top of him in front of you. What do you do?
That's on fire, obviously, right?
Yeah, it's on fire. You're gonna escape unscathed, right? Because you've already rolled for that. But
Okay. Well, I'm okay. If I'm gonna escape unscathed, I'm going to. Oof.
Please.
Can I take out? Can I take out something from my adventuring thing and put this out? Probably not, because it's a golden
not
flame.
enough.
Right?
I mean, not
Okay.
enough water to put out the flame. No.
All right, fine. Then I just pick it up and sling it off of him.
For the
and that
third
means I'm
time,
gonna take
Giant
damage.
Man
I'm gonna take
saved
damage.
me.
I know this, and I gotta roll for this, right?
Just roll on strength for picking it up and throwing it.
Okay. Well, 2d6. Come on, please. Of course I wouldn't this time. And that's 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9.
Okay.
Okay.
What? It's gone. It's yeeted into the atmosphere.
9.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
how did I
4,
get it died?
5, 6, 7. Sorry, that's
7.
my bad. Math bad for me today. Read
Yeah,
the
yeah.
card, James.
So you lift up the beam, and Skelly manages to scuttle out from underneath it. But the beam is super heavy, right? So
I'm super strong.
I get it, but
But it's also super burning.
the strain of holding the giant beam it wears on you. You have some fatigue, right?
Gray needs a chiropractor.
Yeah. So you're gonna take a -1 to your next roll because of
That's fine.
the strain.
The strain. Okay.
But then you and Skelly do make it out of the building.
Skelly, can you take a potion?
Skelly lit!
As they come out, they just hear me go, "Where the fuck is everyone? Where are their dead things?"
What is that? That looks like a cobalt.
So hold on. It's like within seconds of exiting the building, the whole thing just collapses in on itself, right? And so now it's just a pile of wood, on fire on the ground, and just it's a bunch of rubble and what have you. as you guys exit, So as you guys exit, there are some dead kobolds on the ground, and Melody and
Grace
Myst-
looks over at Melody. This is what I told them. I told them not to kill this dragon.
Melody's not out there.
Yeah, you look at Myst.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Melody's lost in the woods right now.
Myst ain't out
Myst
there either.
ain't out there either.
How many
Maria, this is what happens. This is what happens. You see these bad things? Were they here before? Do you remember these things? You know,
Well, I mean, at least there's an alibi for the burning building behind us. Kobolds
I
did
just
it.
wants to say,
that is,
for like the fourth time today,
Skelly.
what did you do?
I didn't do
What
this.
is
I didn't.
going on?
I didn't
I'm
do
gonna-
this.
I'm gonna look over at Skelly, not explain what we did, and just be like, "All right, so listen, that bag I tossed you should have some shit in it to help
You
you out."
should probably take a potion.
Yeah.
Potion in bag.
Yes,
Okay.
it's this little
Pulls out a
thing.
potion of fire resistance. Like, oh, that would have been useful.
Skelly takes a random potion from the bag.
Go on.
Yep, and then just roll 2d6. Hey, you heal for 8.
It's gonna pour it over my bones, and it's fixing the Kraken. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Can we say that his health potions are just milk?
Oh, that's so
Sure.
good. Thank
Yeah, that's
you.
fine.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's just
My
Nice.
bones, they feel so good.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna take out a health potion because I actually sustained some damage.
And the thing is I'm back up to full, so I'm okay.
Skelly needs to lie down, really bad.
Yeah.
Real bad.
So Melody, you're lost in the woods, right? And
Yeah, sure am.
And you seemingly just cannot find your way out. And you know what? We're gonna say that like hours go by.
Of course it
Right?
does.
You were lost
Can-
in the woods
Jesus.
for hours.
Well,
And because all the stuff that happened downstairs probably took a while, right?
No.
So you're in the woods
Is it
for
nighttime?
hours. Not yet, because you guys
Okay.
this all started first thing in the morning. Like you guys like booted out first thing in the morning, so it's
You
probably
know how to
like
start a morning right.
yeah, it's probably getting close to evening though, right? We're probably like 5-6 o'clock in the evening at this point.
okay.
And still, no one's come to investigate. The
I'm just gonna say this. Like, we're gonna have to find something to put over Skelly because people aren't gonna like a fucking skeleton walking around.
All right, well
Just
you
gonna
guys are maybe you're like waiting out front and just trying to like collect yourselves. You're probably having
I
some
ain't waiting for them. Them fuckers let us go down there.
No,
Nobody came down there.
You're probably having some like conversation introduction, and we're going to come back to that in a minute. But we're right now we're in the woods with
Yeah.
Melody, who's
All
been
right.
wandering
Yeah,
out for a
go
while
ahead.
and feeling a little like dejected. Melody, while you're out in the woods, a stranger comes up and perhaps asks if you need help. Let's talk about the stranger for a second, right?
Oh, God. Last time I talked to a stranger, bad things happened.
Yeah.
That's true.
Hey Joel, why don't you tell me what a stranger looks like?
Sure,
Run in the
sure.
opposite direction and get more lost.
It's another kobold.
He's about 5.5, 6 feet. He's got long red hair, and he's elven. And he's dressed in a dark green cloak with a hood. And there's this little black creature that's running behind him, following him, chittering.
Yeah.
And he raises a hand and says, "Hello, fellow traveler. How are you?"
Not so good. I got lost.
That's awful. I'm looking for a town around here. I've been searching for a few days. You wouldn't by chance know in which direction.
You were asking the wrong person.
Do you think it might be in that direction where that smoke is billowing from?
You know, I think it just might.
Because that's where I was headed.
Why did I not see that before? That is so obvious.
Cool.
Before we get into anything, my name is Padishar.
Melody.
Nice to meet you.
You too?
So, do you guys like sort of start exiting the forest together? I guess.
Oh
Yeah, because I didn't see that smoke before, but where there's smoke, there's our party.
That's true. That is so true. Cool. So you guys start exiting the forest, You don't walk very long. You were like by the edge, probably where Melody came the whole time. So, anyways, you exit the forest, and as you exit, you see Maria and Gray and Skelly talking. What are Gray and Skelly and Maria talking about right now?
I'm currently gathering like twigs to build a makeshift mask.
Hey, Skelly, that was a wicked fucking time, wasn't it? I think it's fun, right?
I can't even process what just happened because it's gone now.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we got you out though, right?
yes,
Yeah.
thank you very much for saving me.
And you know what? I'll listen to you next time. I'll
I told you not to
right.
go.
You did say don't
Alright,
go that way.
all I can
multiple
tell you-
times. All I
all I
want to
can
know
tell you.
is
Is that I woke up there, and the short little things were poking me and prodding me and doing stuff to me, and they kept going down there, and I kept hearing things, and people would not come back after they went down there. And I told you not to go.
If you would have told me they wasn't coming the fuck back, maybe I would have been like, now I hear, oh, they wasn't coming back. They were going down.
on the floor though, but yeah.
Okay,
No
all right.
one's coming back. There was dead people in front of me, dead people over there. I didn't know what it was.
All right. I'll listen next time. Yep. All right. Okay.
Right. So while Skelly and Gray are talking, we learned some things about Skelly, right? So first of all, let's get a good description of what Skelly looks like. I mean, he's a skeleton, but let's what does Skelly look like?
Skelly is a probably average, about a 5'5" tall humanoid skeleton. Some of the bones don't quite match. Some of the bones look a little bit damaged, not because of the adventures in the basement. They just look overall damaged.
All right.
As if Skelly's been through some stuff. Skelly also doesn't remember, as you might have discerned, what happened down there mostly. Just that he woke up down there.
We pick up a lot of memory loss strays, don't we?
So
Life is hard when you're a sentient skeleton waking up in a basement next to a demon
Right.
monster, you know?
Right. So does Skelly feel any connection with like a higher power of any kind, or?
You know, besides the burning on the outside, there is like this kind of like weird feeling on the inside. Like I feel like glowing, but I'm not glowing, and I haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah.
It's been weird. I haven't had a chance to figure it out because all we did was run.
Right.
But there's something in there. There's something they did to me, and it's weird.
Yeah.
I don't.
So so Skelly, Skelly's never been out of the cave, right? I mean, Skelly woke up in the cave, and that's all Skelly's ever known is the inside of the cave, right?
It's a sad day for Skelly.
Yeah. So Skelly, does Skelly feel pretty comfortable with the sword then?
Yeah, I'm kind of swinging this thing around they gave me, and it doesn't feel too bad. Like, it doesn't feel awful.
Yeah.
It feels kind of weird being able to move my arms and move around for once, so, but...
Cool. All right. And we'll probably
feels
learn
pretty good, too.
We'll probably learn some more about Skelly through play. Skelly and Gray and Maria are sort of talking. Did Maria have any questions for Skelly?
No, but Maria is gonna roll to see if she makes a good enough mask to cover his skull face.
Okay, sure.
Skelly thinks he looks beautiful.
Do I add anything to that? Either way, it's like a 7 to 9.
Add intellect.
Cool. 8.
Cool. You make it like a passable mask. People will look at it funny, but they won't know that necessarily Skelly's a skeleton. So.
Cool. My mother's a cat, so I'm not fazed by this.
Right. So Melody and Padishar walk up, and so you guys see Melody walking up with this person you've never met before, and like Myst is nowhere to be found. I'm sure there must be questions or interactions that happen because of this.
Yes, I'm gonna be like, where's Myst?
Okay, well, so what happened was he started wandering into the woods, and I went to follow him, and I got lost, and this stranger helped.
Hi, my name's
How'd it go,
Vanishes.
guys?
I have a question.
Oh, you have a friend too.
No,
What the fuck is that? Is that a skeleton?
Who is that?
Whoa! Yes, it is a skeleton.
I read just the mask so they can't
Skelly.
really see the face too
I know
much.
what. Look, we're not yelling, Skelly. I know it's a skeleton. I know it's a skeleton. First, once again, I'm gonna repeat myself. I know it's a skeleton. But look, it can talk. Hey, Skelly.
Hi.
See? Look, it talked just now.
Yeah.
Look at
Like I
that.
said, you guys have a friend
I don't
too.
know what volume control is.
So while you guys are sort of
Okay, don't worry
having this discussion and whatnot, you're sort of like trying to figure out what's going on. Everyone's sort of confused. From the pile of burning wood that you see there, just sort of suddenly, like an eruption happens.
Not like
Um,
this.
Shit.
And from the eruption, you see just black flame shooting straight up in the air, and
We need to fucking go.
leaping out from that
It's too late.
is
I
the
forgot.
Chimera, and it lands just beside you guys. Could I get everyone to roll Defy
Oh, yeah.
Danger with
Yeah,
your?
I forgot.
What is that?
It's a fucking thing we found down there. My
Of course you
bad.
did.
I
All right,
Hi.
well,
Hey.
I think that's my friend. He's from the
So
basement.
roll Defy Danger with your Dex, Con, or Strength.
Okay.
Oh no.
14.
I failed so hard.
Man, I rolled a 10.
Okay.
I'm.
This
No.
is my worst game. Okay.
Yeah, I got a 7. I'm out of there.
Okay. So
Hey, Skelly, you okay? Hell yeah, Skelly looks like
No,
he is.
Skelly is good. Skelly is ready this time.
yeah. So
Oh,
the
okay.
10 pluses, you're okay. 7 to 9s. From the impact, the shockwave just sort of blows you back a little bit. You take 1 damage if you even take any damage.
right.
And did we have any 6 minus? Was that
Me.
Melody? Yeah. So Melody, the
Poor
tail
Melody.
the tail lands on you,
Of course it does. Yeah.
and you take 8 damage.
Jesus.
Sure do.
Damn!
It's a heavy beast.
Oh god.
Yeah.
It's a heavy beast.
Okay.
So this thing roars out and sort of starts rampaging. What do you guys do?
I would just like to take a moment to say, what the fuck is up with this town?
All right,
You
no,
killed a
do it.
dragon? You guys killed a dragon? You guys killed a dragon?
They
You guys
killed a
remember
what?
that-
Shut up, Gray.
You did what?
I didn't kill it. I was pissed as
All right.
So
One
Melody,
problem at a time.
Melody, being the only person who was a part of this transaction, recognizes the head of the dragon as the dragon they killed.
Patashar is gonna be like, you killed a fucking animal? Are you serious?
Okay, there was a quest board. We thought it was evil. Apparently, I don't know if it was or not.
You're gonna
but-
hear some chittering and a hissing, and this little black ferret's head is gonna pop around my neck and my hood and hiss at you.
Aw, but now it's so sad.
Once again, I told
Alright.
them it was a bad idea,
So sad.
and
Alright,
I didn't
big
even.
man.
I wasn't even there when they killed it.
One problem at a time. We kill this thing first, then you explain to me what the hell has been going on since I've been in the basement.
It has a dragon. in it.
Patashar is gonna throw a rock at its eye with his bolo.
Thank you for doing something, because
I was about
You're
to
welcome,
too.
because I felt the Defy Danger coming.
yeah. Cool. Roll on a,
So that's volley with Dex.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So that'll be 1. Oh, that's an 8. That is gonna happen.
okay, and roll for some damage.
Yeah, that's a D8 for this guy. So that's 7. Sweet.
Cool. So it takes 7 damage. I'm going to do some math for sure. Yep. And you throw it at the eye?
Yeah. It's eye. It's right eye.
Yeah, you hit it in the eye. It hits in the eye, and it does seem to like sort of annoy it at the very least. When you hit it in the eye, it raises one of its bear claws up, and a pallet of earth underneath you. It sort of ejects you into the air. As you fly through the air, it takes the other paw and like palms you, hitting you back several feet. You take 4 damage as you fly backwards in the air. Who else does things?
I'm gonna swing my sword at its leg. Let's do it.
Okay.
This guy's got no fear. This
Roll
guy's
a-
got no fear.
2d6 on your strength.
I do 11 damage. That's 11.
Okay, then yeah, go and roll for damage then.
Which one's roll for damage though for the sword?
It's on your character sheet. It should say your damage is a D something. probably a D8 or a D10 or.
D10. Okay, I didn't do that before. Skelly to 7.
Nice. So tell me how you hit.
Right in its leg.
Okay, so right in the leg. Yeah, so you definitely you definitely cut it some as you hit it in the leg, and your roll was a 10 total.
Yep.
Or 11.
11 total.
Now, do you want to roll an additional D4 opening yourself up to attack, or are you just good with the damage you did?
Oh, we can do a D4. Let's do it.
Okay, so roll an additional D4.
Got a 2.
All right, so you're gonna get a second attack. And what are you doing with that after you cut it in the leg?
Oh, I'm gonna pull the sword out and just hack it on the other side.
All right, cool. Yeah, you sort of spin around. And...
2 of us came out of that basement, but only 1 of us is leaving, you bastard.
Yeah, so you catch it in the foot. It seems pretty agitated on the second hit, and it kicks you, right? Yeah, it kicks you. You take
Still
8
pain.
damage as it
Jeez.
kicks you.
Okay, never mind.
And
Skelly's feeling pain again.
you go flying and you sort of land near where Padishar is sort of hitting the ground. Who's up next?
I need to heal.
Okay, all right.
So-
All right. I'm going
Hold
to
on. Let's
attack.
let her heal
Okay.
real quick. Yep.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
gonna
she's
do
gonna
the
heal.
arcane
Okay, that's
art. So let's see if I heal.
I knew I should have
That's a
said
9.
fucking thing.
So I do heal.
Yep.
And for my second one, because it doesn't have to be a +10, I have another thing that just gives me another one. My next one will have an additional D4 to damage.
Okay.
And I heal for 5. All right.
All right. So Greg, you're going next. You said.
Yes. So I'm going to attack this thing in the same leg that.
Okay.
Well, bare fist.
Yeah.
So-
Well, the leg's it's not a bear leg. It's a griffin leg, right?
Yeah, it's got griffin legs.
Griffin legs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I am going to, and let's see. All right. Does my appetite go with that as well?
Yeah.
Since I'm attacking. Oh, okay. So that'll be 1d6 and 1d8.
Well, yes. Oh no, wait. Sorry. Your appetite does not because it's not a person.
Okay. All right. Well, it's many things. Okay. Oh, that's fine.
None of
I'll
those things are
accept
people.
that. Okay. Yes, you're true. Come on, money. That's I'm. What is that? On strength.
Yeah.
That's 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yep, okay.
And now I'm gonna roll for damage,
Yep.
and then I'm gonna roll my +4 for damage, or another D. Let's see, roll a D10.
Yep.
That's 6, and then roll another.
All right.
And that is 10 damage to it.
All right. And how do you do it?
So I run over towards it and rear my fist back and punch it in the, I guess, knee-ish sort of area.
Okay. Cool.
Maybe
Yeah. Cool.
as hard as I can.
And do you want to do an additional D4 of damage opening yourself up to attack?
I think that was the other D4.
No. That's on your you have merciless, which is the ability you took.
Yes, I thought that was the D1 right there, and then the D4.
Yeah, so you can do
For the
another D4 because you rolled a 10 plus. So on a 10 plus, you can roll an additional D4, but it basically opens you up for attack if you do it.
Okay, well, we're gonna roll another D4 since
Okay.
that's what is that 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All I have to get is a 12 over, and I literally can take the whole leg off
What?
for hack and slash. It says on a +12.
No, that's
No, that's for the roll.
That's for your roll
Oh.
for a success.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was getting ready to say we're about to rip this thing's whole fucking leg off. All right.
Not
Not today. All right. Well, this is gonna hurt. Ooh, should I do that? Yeah. Why not?
So you don't have to,
Nah. Let's do it.
but you did.
It's
All right.
12.
Cool. So, tell me how you. So you punch it in the knee, and then do you just punch it again, or what do you do with your? How do you do the additional?
I guess I punch it in the knee with my right hand, and then come around with the left hand and punch it in the side of the knee. So
Yeah.
basically, clap, clap.
Yeah. So the knee buckles and it falls to the one knee on the ground. But, yeah.
Fucks me.
when it falls, it reaches down with its mouth and it grabs you.
The shit it does.
Right. And so it lifts you in the air. You're in its mouth. You take 7 damage, and it's sort of holding on to you at the moment.
Oh, great!
Yeah.
That was a terrible idea.
But it's at a disadvantage for being knocked down on the one knee. So
Just took 7 damage, sir.
yeah. So what's Maria up to?
Help me! Get me out of its mouth!
Maria is not really caring if she gets hit right now, so what she's going to do is she's going to pour her last oil of Taggett on her other glove and run up to touch it anywhere. Doesn't matter where.
Okay. All right. Let's roll Defy danger for getting in close to touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you touch it?
It's no square.
You know what? I am going to touch it in its no-no square, and it's going to fall asleep for me touching it in its no-no square.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So you touch it. It's no square, and it falls the rest of the way to the ground. And,
I'm in its mouth.
Yeah. You fall. You roll out of its mouth. It opens when it hits the ground. It opens its mouth, and you roll out. And it is now on the ground sleeping. What is Padishar doing?
I'm going to turn around and be like, someone call the fucking guard.
Padishar is going to.
Don't you do it.
It ain't gonna stay asleep forever, man.
It ain't gonna stay asleep forever. Let this thing run free. I don't give a fuck about this thing.
What does it say on the oil for like the effects of sleep? Does it say how long you got?
No, it just
until
falls into a
proved
light
otherwise. I think.
No, that's for Golden Rule. Oil of Taggett puts him to a light sleep.
Oh, that means if he gets hit or anything, he gets up.
If somebody sneezes, this motherfucker's gonna wake up.
Well,
Yeah.
Padishar's going to attack it with Fang. Him and Fang are gonna run up
You
and
get away with it.
Yeah. So you don't have to roll for that. It'll just happen, right? Because he's asleep.
Cool.
And there's nothing else affecting the area.
All
you'll
right,
basically
so
just roll for the damage.
me and Fang, I'm getting a +2. So that's a D8 +2.
Hey, Skelly, you see that shit? That thing bit the fuck out of me.
That's a 9 damage.
Cool.
You can see
Yeah.
kind of a bit out here in the trees.
Yeah.
Skelly,
So
you didn't-
where do you stab it?
Well, as I run up, I look at Fang, and Fang follows me, and he latches onto its eye, and I grab Fang's body and yank.
Okay. Yeah. You pull its eye right out. Sure.
Awesome.
Yeah. You pull the eye out of its socket. This does wrench it awake, though. It does scream out. It lets out fire.
Just stand on its right side. It can't see you.
The black flame from its mouth, and a patch of like earth, sort of in the area around you, catches onto this black flame fire. It's sort of just like, and it doesn't seem to be like going away right now. It just seems to be burning. So what is Skelly doing?
I didn't hear no bell. I'm gonna get up. I didn't hear no bell. But I am gonna take this potion out of this bag though.
Yeah, you probably should. You probably should.
I'm gonna take a potion out of this bag though.
Bag of milk.
Yeah.
Your milk. Drink your milk, Skelly.
Yeah.
Drink
so
your milk.
You definitely heal for 7. So all right, cool. You're over there like just dousing yourself in milk, like one of those erotic commercials.
Oh no, I imagine that I'm uncorking and just pouring it over myself. And
Yeah.
it's just the cracks are mending back together.
Yeah.
As like the droplets pour down, they're getting sucked into the bones.
No, you're a really terrifying got milk commercial right now.
Yeah, 100% am. I didn't hear no bell. Let's go. Let's do it.
Cool. So while you're dousing yourself in milk, what is Melody doing?
I go for the metal hurlant since I have the additional damage.
Okay.
And before I try, I yell, I'm like, first we killed you, then they violated you. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Is this the same dragon head?
Yeah,
Is
it's
this
the
the
same.
dragon?
It's the same dragon.
You motherfuckers. See what y'all did? This is what y'all gave them.
That's a 10.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All right. So, and the damage is an 8.
Cool. All right. Cool. So tell me some of the action there.
When I'm doing my crazed performance, it starts wildly thrashing about and basically battering its head into the burning beams.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's like a distance from the thing, but.
Oh, I thought it had rose from that pile.
Yeah, it did, but it like landed where you guys were.
It jumped on top of us, basically.
But definitely,
Well,
I
it,
mean,
ran into a tree or something.
yeah, it's like thrashing around, sure. And so you see some. It's interesting because like it's not blood that comes out of its ears. It's sort of just like this black tar is oozing out of its ear hole, and you can even see it sort of like leaking from the seams where it's been sewed together.
The bear's got heroin. Milk it.
So, what is
okay, Maria?
what is Gray up to at this moment?
Fucking Christ. Am I still on the ground? Did I stand up?
Yeah, you've gotten up.
Okay. Well, how far are we away from the burning building? Is this thing on?
You're probably a good 20 feet away from the burning building.
Fucking, that's too far away. All right. Is this thing still bent down on its knee?
No, it's sort of like stood back up from being
up.
wrenched awake from being having its eye ripped out.
Chop at its knee.
Which eye got ripped out?
Yeah, which eye
The
got
right
ripped
eye. I took the right eye out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Then I'm going to walk over, or to walk over. Let's
stroll.
Stride over, yeah.
Let's just stroll along. I'm gonna go in for another attack on its right side.
Okay, you can take +1 on that.
Yeah, I can. Sweet. You're welcome. Thank you. All right. So I'm going to roll the 2d6. Come on, money shot. Yeah, that is 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
That is a definite hit. And we're going to do a D10. Oh, look at that! What's up?
Okay, you get a D4 too.
Now I'm gonna hit this sucker with a D4. Wait a minute, is that the additional one that's gonna deal damage to me?
No,
that's
just
the
your
additional
merciless
one.
skill.
Let me hit a 14. What's up tonight? What I say?
Okay, hold on. Do you want the additional D4?
Do I? Yes, I do. Let me hit this for one more 4. That's still good.
Yeah, dude, that's
14, 15, 16. That's 16 damage.
Jeez, I have to do a lot of math now. So yeah, I mean, you're what do you do? What do you do? Right?
This is Jesus. That's what a damaging blow. So I guess so this thing's not bent over. I'm gonna try. That would require athletics too. I'm sure I can't just jump up and like Ryu uppercut this sucker into the jaw.
Sure you can.
Oh, all right.
Your time to shine. Do it.
Then we're gonna jump up and hit this thing under its jaw. Are
you gonna scream, "Attack the fruity kid"?
Yeah, attack the fruit. No. we're gonna hit. Yeah. I don't know about that one. We're gonna jump up and hit this thing in its jaw, and as I'm falling back down, I'm going to also knee it, or I'm also going to elbow it into the stomach for the additional damage.
Yeah.
And actually, that's a 3-piece. That's a 1, 2, and 3. That's a 3-piece hit? Because the additional roll, and then after that,
well, the D4 is just a part of your regular damage.
It's just a part of the regular. All right, then I'm just gonna hit it. I'm gonna uppercut it, and when I'm coming back down, I'm gonna elbow it in the stomach as well.
Cool.
Sure you can.
So you hit the head, knocking the head back. When you do, some of the seam at the front rips, right? And some more of this black ooze just comes out of the front as the head's like slightly ripped off. And you come down, and you hit it in the stomach. When you hit it in the stomach, it brings its bare arms forward and claps you with them, right?
Oh, fucking course it does.
So,
hey, King.
Yeah, you get. Come on now, roll the dice. It says rolling. There we go.
Son of a
you take 8 damage as it like thunder claps you.
Somebody help me!
So, what is old Maria doing?
Fuck away from this thing.
Mm.
You can't put it back to sleep. I should have fucking healed my.
Maria is going to shoot for the seam.
Okay.
Dear God. I gotta get the fuck away.
Pierce the void. All right.
It's a 9.
Okay. Roll for some damage.
Cool. And I get +2 because I'm short. D8 +2, 10 damage.
Cool. Do the math.
Gray be hurting.
So yeah, you shoot the seam. It sinks right into the seam, and it even pops out the backside a little bit, breaking a little bit of the seam on the backside too. As you do, it just sort of goes wild and control and sort of spins around. As it spins around, the tail catches you, and then the tail knocks you into the burning building.
Delightful.
So you go flying and you crash into the burning building. The hit itself does 4 damage. When you hit the burning building, you're going to take 1 fire damage as you hit the burning building, and you're sort of in its rubble at the minute.
Wait a minute.
Jesus, fuck.
Was my armor working when I got hit those 2 times?
Yeah.
Oh, then the Lord Jesus.
Padishar, what's happening?
Me and Fang are gonna go for that other eye.
Okay.
So 2d6. That is an 11 because I get to add 2 for my little creature, I believe.
The 2 damage or 2 to your roll?
I think it's, well, let me see here. I get to add to damage because he has 2 ferocity. Track, damage, discern, parlay.
I'll be right back. I
just
can
the
still hear.
damage.
I can
Okay.
still
So
hear.
it's a 9.
Yeah. So then roll for damage.
Oh, it's an 8.
Okay. All right. So you're not gonna pull the eye out, but you'll definitely like damage it. So how are you going for the eye?
Fang's gonna just start digging at it real hard, and I'm gonna punch it underneath its eye, and then Fang's gonna jump back on me, and we're gonna jump off him.
Cool. Yeah. So you do it. It's definitely like annoyed. As you go to jump off, it picks up its griffin leg and grips you in its leg, and then just like slams you into the ground, pinning you to the ground underneath its foot. And you take 8 damage as it does so.
Fucking hell!
Yeah, he's a bad man of jamming. What is Skelly doing right now?
Skelly's dead.
Brandon?
Sorry, what was that? I have cats in the room.
So what are you doing?
Me?
Patterson's got, like, slammed to the
I
ground.
just doused myself in milk. I'm gonna walk back up to that thing. I'm gonna slash at it again.
Okay, where at?
Well, I want to hit the same leg I hit the first time, and the one that Gray messed up pretty
Okay.
bad.
Yeah, that's the one that also is holding Padishar down, actually. So, roll
Freaking,
2d6 on your strength.
12.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And roll for damage.
8.
Cool. And do you want to roll an additional d4, opening yourself
Oh
up
yeah,
to attack?
we're doing the extra. We're
Okay.
doing the extra to help him out. Another 4.
It's 12. Yeah. Cool. You're gonna take the leg off, so you can describe that to me if you want.
The Skelly's gonna walk out of the bushes he was just booted into. He's gonna walk up to this thing and be like, "I told you, one of us is getting out of there, and it ain't gonna be you." And I'm just gonna take my sword and just slash as hard as I can into this thing's leg.
Yeah. Cool. And so what happens actually is you're not going to cut the leg off as much as you're going to basically like bash it off. So you hit it with the sword, and you hear just the crunching of bone and the tearing of flesh as you basically like hit it away from its body.
Yeah.
And then, as you do it, let's go of Padishar, and the leg goes flying.
Thanks, skeleton freak dude.
The beast
I
sort of
got
starts.
your back, man. Let's take it out.
The beast sort of starts to topple over, and it puts its front feet down. So now it's standing on the one back leg and its 2 front feet. It's on would be all 4s if it had 4, but it's on all 3s. And there's just lots of ooze gushing out from both the front and back wounds. It's definitely in a lot of pain now, and it's sort of like getting wilder and wilder. It's starting to like just sort of tremble and thrash, and it's wailing, and the wailing that you hear is almost like it's like sadness, even a little bit. What is Melody doing?
Feeling very sad, but I also yell over to Gray, and I'm like, "Hey, are you still hurting?"
Yeah, I'm still hurting.
All right, then I'm going to attempt to heal you with some arcane art and take a +4 to my next roll or next damage roll. But I don't. I'm really sorry.
What's that? What's the negative on that?
Hold on. Seven to okay. It doesn't say what happens when I fail.
Oh, I get to choose then. Great. So
Yay.
you start because you like singing, right? You're trying to sing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That dragon doesn't like that at all.
Oh,
It
God.
as soon as you open your mouth and start singing, the dragon releases some of its fire, and the fire is like focused, and the fire like actually hits you in the mouth and goes inside of you, and
Oh no.
you feel like super ill, and you fall to the ground, taking 1 damage. It's internal, ignoring your armor.
You've also been wildly violated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As the fire rages inside you.
I don't consent.
What's Gray up to?
Gray is moving back from this thing and taking a potion out and chugging the hell out of it.
Okay. Yeah. Roll 2d6.
All right.
10 health. Good. Yeah, you're just chugging that go juice. Maria, what's happening?
Skelly, it ain't milk, but it's still good.
Keeping us going.
She's gonna hop off of the burning wreckage.
Yeah.
Knock another arrow and try to shoot more seam.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an 11.
Cool. Roll for the damages.
D8 plus 2, so 6 more damage.
Yeah. Do you want to loose another arrow, potentially opening yourself to attack?
No.
Okay. All right.
Gray says, "Don't shoot it again."
Yeah. So this arrow hits another part of the seam, knocking it loose. This thing's just like his neck is barely hanging on as it tears through him, and even more of this ooze just gushes. In fact, all the fur on the bear is now just covered in this sort of like black tar. He just looks like a nasty mess. And was that what you did? Like 6? Was that the damage you did?
Yes.
6. Right, okay. Cool. And what is Patashar doing?
We noticed that its head is barely hanging on.
Yeah.
So me and Fang run up and try to rip and tear and cut the stitching
Okay.
on the neck.
Sure.
Oh, that is happening.
Yeah, roll for damage.
That's a 4.
You will cut its head off.
Sweet.
Describe it.
I just pick Fang up and toss him as I'm running, and he jumps on. He just looks at me, all of us, and he just pulls that one last thread, and the fucking head just falls right off, and it chitters happily.
It pulls the head off, and the head comes just way off. The body falls to the ground. I assume Fang jumps away.
Yes.
As Fang jumps away, the whole thing suddenly engulfs in this black flame and starts to sort of just like burn to the ground. It happens very quickly as it just sort of cinders to the ground into nothing but a pile of just like gooey ash.
Oh, good. We can't prove what caused the damage. Yay, we did it.
Yeah. The fire rages on behind you to the building, but sort of at this time, the creature is vanquished. So you find yourself still here, just about 20 feet or so away from the building as it's on fire. It's probably now, let's say, about 6 o'clock, maybe 6:30 even in the evening.
I'm just looking around like, where the fuck are the guards? It's been a whole day. This building's on fire.
Well, the guards, as you've seen inside, had a pretty epic battle with the gnomes, and so they're probably recovering their forces, and maybe they're still even dealing with the gnomes. You don't know.
I don't know.
So you don't know. Nope. But a lot has transpired. Myst has disappeared. This new guy has shown up out of the woods. A skeleton has shown up. There's a lot to sort of like discuss going on here. So
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack.
who's like? Are there questions? Are there Do you,
Yeah,
do you,
Patashar's
the
got
one-
questions.
The one last thing that Skelly wants to do, he's gonna very solemnly walk over to this gooey pile of ashes and kind of kneel by it. Like, I don't know who you were. I'm sorry it had to end this way. But I promise, I'll make those bastards pay for both of us.
Cool. And I mean, does anyone suggest like maybe like retiring to an inn, or you just gonna
Yeah,
like?
Patashar is really fucking tired of this. He's
I need
just
to-
traveled
I
a
need
long
to
way.
I need to not be feeling the way I'm feeling.
And so he's gonna look around and be like, "You guys, is there like an inn around here, or a bar I can get a drink and sleep at?"
Before we actually leave the
did we
area,
put anything on Skelly? Like,
he's got a mask on now. I
Mask is
fashioned
toast.
a
Are you
And
sure?
armor mask.
Mask is toast.
Yeah. I mean, perhaps
So-
perhaps someone could throw a cloak over him or something.
Hold on, Gray. Is this dude cool?
yeah, this
Maria?
dude's cool.
Maria? All right. I lend my cloak.
Yeah. Well,
Let's go get the milk.
maybe you just throw the rug over the dirty rug on him.
What?
I don't know
I'm
what the
more
rug.
deserving of a
I would like
of rug.
to roll to fashion the rug into a cloak.
Sure. Roll,
That's not nice.
roll on dex.
No, that's not happening.
Yeah, you
I
make-
just drape the rug over top of him like grass.
All right.
Don't get my cloak dirty.
sure.
Let's go get some milk.
I would like to do one more roll. I want to look to see if I can find Mist footprints. Because that's
Yeah.
something she would do.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
What do you want that rolled on?
It's like a discern reality, so it'll be on wisdom.
Cool. That doesn't work either.
Your fangirling failed.
Yeah. You find
On the
nothing.
bright side, I've got enough fails now to level. So
Senpai did
How
not
many
notice
fails
either.
does it take to level?
It's 10
it's
plus
your
your
level,
level.
plus 7. No, it's 7.
Plus 7. Sorry. Yeah.
It's 7. It's 7 fails plus your level.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, I leveled.
So all right.
I actually got a character to level.
So you guys come here now. Come on.
I guess we're heading to the professor's house because the inn's half burnt to death.
Mist.
Wait, the inn's
Yeah.
burned? What happened to that?
Mist.
Oh wait, it was.
Mist has the
More
keys to the
fire.
professor's house.
Just gonna say this.
I'm gonna break into the professor's house.
Yeah.
I mean, you could go to the professor's house and look for Mist for sure.
I'm just gonna look for the key.
All
I
right.
can't find his footprint, so I won't assume it's there.
So, well, I'll tell you that you don't find the key. How about that?
Cool.
Which
Wow.
actually, you could go to the. I mean, he could be in the house. I mean, so the inn. You don't know this, right? But the inn is still semi-operational, but it has a giant skylight in it, and no rooms are available right now.
Well,
I'm gonna look around and be like, "This town is fucked."
Yeah, what happened while I was in the basement?
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
know. There's just a lot of fire.
okay, these guys. Well, not Patashay right here. Well, he's
Don't be
new.
looking at me. It's
He's new.
Patashar's.
Yeah, he's brand new. He's
I didn't
brand
do
new.
anything. I
Brand
heard
new.
about
Um,
some animals being locked up here. I was coming to let them go.
Also,
and, I walked into this shit show.
also, I wasn't a part of this. Unfortunately, when we were down in the cave, remember the fetus? I'm pretty sure that might have been a trampled dragon egg or something. And there's one
Oh.
gone. Yeah, there's one gone. Yes, there was a dragon egg down there, by the way. Patashay.
That's awful.
Yes, it is. It's awful. I explained to him basically the gist of what's going on. Apparently, that was the same dragon. That's the one that you took the eggs from too, right?
It is. Now, here's the thing. There was a
Oh,
notice on the
here's
board.
the thing. Here's the
There was a
thing.
notice on the board, and we thought that the dragon had been like hurting or terrorizing the town, so we attacked it. I mean, it gave superpowers to a werewolf.
Where
Holy shit! There's a werewolf around here.
Yeah, there's a
where
werewolf.
Yeah,
did this
so-
happen?
it was in a cave up in the woods area, and then we kind of found out that the gnomes were doing some bad things.
I also
At least-
tried to explain to them when you kill dragons,
So,
it
okay,
brings other
so-
bad things.
All right, you guys are having this conversation. Are you literally just standing beside the burning building and having? Are you like trying to not be in the area where the
I thought
burning
we
building
got-
is?
yeah, I thought
We're away from the area,
So
you know,
where-
finding a
where-
place
where-
to lay our
burning
heads
building.
and recover from all the.
No. Where are you
BS.
walking to? You have to establish where you're going.
Well, I mean, I could just sit outside the professor's house because I rather sleep outside anyway. That's what I
Yeah.
do.
We'll at least
That's the
probably, Maria. What do you think? You think we're gonna look at the professor's house and see if there's something we can do, or the?
So-
I could crawl in the window.
So here's the thing, right? So definitely Melody and Maria would have like a desire to find Myst, right?
Yeah.
You know, Maria because she's the fangirl, and Melody because like Myst is sort of part of your original party. You're missing some people, and he has the keys to the professor's house, and Lord knows what else.
Okay. I'm just like, I'm really hurting, and I need to recover.
Yeah. All right. So you guys are making your way towards the professor's house, and you're walking. Padishar, do we learn anything more about you while we're walking? What do we learn about Padishar?
Padishar is going to basically just tell him basically, you know, he's about 80 years old, which is pretty young for an elf, and he left his town because he was feeling like they weren't of the world and they wanted to keep him in a cage, and he can't stand that.
Yeah.
Anything that's caged got to be free. He wants to be free. Fang wants to be free. It ain't fair.
Yeah.
So he left against the village's wishes, and he's been around for about 5 years on his own.
Okay.
And he heard through the meanderings and whispers of bard folk and stuff that there was a town to the south that had quite a bit of animals that were caged and being mistreated. And he didn't like that, so that's basically how he wandered out here.
Yeah.
And his goal is basically to free anything that's locked up and caged.
Cool. So now, I have questions about Padishar that are not necessarily on character level, but more on player
Sure.
level. Did Padishar somehow manage to escape or subvert the whole wiping out of like magic and stuff? Like where was him and his elf tribe during that time?
So Padishar's town escaped all of that by basically secluding themselves from everyone.
Okay. All right.
They didn't deal with any other race. They didn't trade
were they-
anything. They lived up.
Were they aware that was even going on then?
Yes, they were aware. That's one of the big reasons why the Council of Elves did not want
Yeah.
me to leave.
Now, the war lasted for 200 years, so Padishar would have been born like in the midst of that war happening.
Mm-hmm.
But did they receive outside news, or is it one of those things where like they were just completely closed off?
No, they had scouts. Like there are highly trained scouts that listen in on conversations and news, but they don't deal with anybody.
Yeah. So 5 years ago, the war would have still been going on because it's only been in the last sort of within the last year that it was over. Well, not the war was over, but the oppression of, I guess, magical creatures was over. So did Padishar have a hard time at all dealing with because you're here on the dwarven side now? I don't know if the dwarvens were nearly as extreme as the Minotaurs were, but certainly it would have been a thing.
Yeah, I mean he's had some issues, but he's learned that if he just keeps his hood up, and doesn't show his ears or face too much, that people just pretty much overlook him.
Yeah. Okay. And what's his class?
So Padishar is he is a ranger.
Okay. And how did he become a ranger?
So his father was a expert bowsman. He could hit anything with a bow, and Padishar just thought the bow lacked something. You always had to carry arrows, and it was a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
So he went with a bolo sling, which is the one-handed sling.
Mm-hmm.
He finds it much more easy because he can just pick up a rock or a stick or shit, put Fang in there, and flick him off. So he enjoys the sling much better, and he became very proficient with the sling.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Does he have any? Is there any sort of religion for Padishar?
No, he doesn't really prescribe in anything. Now his village, they believe in like fairy
Yeah.
because they're supposedly are fairy themselves.
Yeah.
So there are like old gods
Yeah.
and new gods and things like that. But Padishar himself has never met one
Yeah.
or ever seen any of that actually, been proven to him.
Yeah.
And so he just thinks it's old people talk.
Yeah, it's probably global warming.
Probably right.
I hear some young dwarves believe that to be the case. All right, cool. We'll probably learn a little more about Padishar as we play. For Skelly, now obviously Skelly doesn't know a lot about Skelly, so there's no way that we can know a lot about Skelly. But if you were to describe Skelly's class, what would you describe it as?
Skelly feels strong, and it became stronger during the fight. A strong connection to some higher power, and this connection might imbue him with some sort of power that he can manifest in battle and outside the actual world.
Yeah,
he's not sure because he did just get kicked through some trees and fought a dragon chimera thing. So give him time, but Skelly feels connection to some sort of higher power.
Cool, awesome. What does Skelly want right now most in the world?
To find out why Skelly is alive.
Okay, cool. All right.
No.
So, and we'll learn more sort of as we go through. You guys have been having your discussions, and you sort of arrive at the apartment. When you walk up to the apartment, you notice the door is slightly ajar.
What?
I'm immediately gonna detect traps.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Cool. Roll on that.
Sorry, let's correct that. I'm immediately gonna try to detect traps.
Yeah, roll for that.
Oh yeah, I'm detecting any trap.
Cool. So as you're looking at the door frame and you see it, you notice that on the ajar door there is a wire at the very top of it that leads inside, just to the inside of the room, and then also you notice that one of the baseboards is slightly loose. That if you step on it, like something would happen.
All right, I'm gonna point out that baseboard to everyone and be like, "Do not step."
Okay. Now you roll a 10, so you get more things you can do. So
I guess I'm gonna try to disable it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you will. So the wire at the top actually leads to the auto crossbow. Interestingly enough, it looks just like one of the ones from the front entrance of the gnome's place, and as you disarm the floorboard, you carefully pull it up, and as you disengage it, you notice that there's a bomb with a vial of fairy dust attached to it.
I take both.
Okay.
Of course you do.
Cool.
Fairy bomb and an auto crossbow.
Yep. So you open the door, or do you open the door now that you've disarmed the?
Yes.
Okay. So you open the door, and the apartment seems to have been ransacked.
Didn't it look pretty ransacked last time we were here?
Padishar says this place looks like shit.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
Are we
is
breaking
there
in
any
here?
place
Does you guys
that
own
you guys
this?
just didn't fuck up?
Yeah,
Okay, the first time that this place got messed up, it was literally a cat.
Yeah. So
Skelly is more confused.
you definitely
So are we.
you definitely notice it's like worse than it was before. Like it's actually been ransacked pretty bad. There are flyers for missing cats just littered all over the place.
Or whiskers.
Yep. And
Padishar picks it up and says, "Oh, he's free. He's fine."
Yeah.
Okay.
And
He probably is better off, to be honest.
And all the drawers have been opened and cleaned through. and then the window from behind is open, and there's just a breeze blowing in, and that's where we'll fade out for tonight. So, yeah, things and stuff with the happening. We're gonna thanks for everyone who watched the broadcast for watching. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And
Hello, thank you.
all one of you.
Thank you. Come again.
Hey, yeah, and we'll see you next time.